Hey guys, what's up? This is Winsky. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Raging Loop. Last time we were about to enter our third route or loop of this game, and we ended up being one of the werewolves this time. And we were right about to start the feast, and I'm very excited to see how this goes. So like, how are we gonna survive this? Because now we are one of the bad guys. I don't think Haruaki-san had any intention to kill, but all the villagers were gonna view us as a threat. So how are we gonna survive? Let's find out. Aren't you driving?
しばらくはなさそうだよ。
Oh, okay, he drank 3 full cups. Alright, Hashimoto-san, you go. Hashimoto-san drank 3 full cups without anyone urging him to, and Mamiya-san griped that he was drinking too much. Griped? He'd also had 3 more helpings of lunch. It was appropriate for someone his size, so I couldn't even comment on it. With him being the first to drink, the rest of us were a bit taken aback. Then Tai-san explained the legend and the feast. ... He's like, I went over this many times already. Yeah, and this actor's a good guy, so maybe like she's gonna be pretty helpful, I hope. Just like last time, after asking this and that, Mamiya-san eventually took that strong stance on the whole thing.
しかし、やらんと死ぬのはあたしらなのよ。
I mean,
だからってそんな。
最後まで聞こう。意見を言う前に、
I do like-
まず聞くべき質問が
I
た
do
く
like
さんでき
how
そうだ。
Hashimoto-san is here this time, because Mamiya-san is sometimes Hashimoto-kun, because Mamiya-san is she's like really upfront about her thoughts sometimes, and he's like helps her calm down, I feel like.
わかりました。
Like he helps her stay grounded is what I mean. Mamiya-san still had that stern expression, but her cool temperament made her seem like a completely different person from last time. After that, Yasunaga-kun pointed out things Tai-san missed, like the amount of people the wolves could kill, the extra info on the spider, and whether any of us were in the feast before. Okay. Then...
その加護というのはどうやって通知されるものでしょうか。
Hashimoto-san, who wasn't here last time, quickly pointed out more info that was missing. Hanzo-san then explained that they appeared on the stomach.
なるほど。だから体を吹かせるのが掟の一つなんでしょうかね。汗だくの肌には神様も触りたがらんと。
I mean, I didn't think about it like that, but sure.
意外とよく喋るな。
ああ、失礼しました。仕事の時はああいう感じの方がやりやすい。
He seems like someone with a lot to say, though. I'll say that much. He smiled, astonishing everyone yet again. At this point, all the rules except for the badger had been revealed, which is good, I think, for the humans.
なんか調子狂っちまったけどよ。どうすんだ？実際のところ、犬が何十匹か殺されただけで、人は死んでもね。
Yeah.
こんなもん、上藤吉の誰かの嫌がらせじゃねえのかよ。
Yeah.
昔はよくあったってばあちゃん言ってたろ。
That was news to me. I didn't know that.
そりゃあ、あたしのおばあさんはね、よう上の人らがふざけて
今はさすがにそのようなことは。
That's messed up what they did, because that's polluting the water also, and it's like intimidating people to make them not want to drink water. Oh, so she's admitting that they did that before. That's messed up.
上藤吉の村民の大部分は安水のことを無視しているように見受けられる。一部の狩猟関係者は牧島勘三氏とつながりどうだか。
まあ今新内さんの下で狩りができるの勘三じいちゃんだけだもんね。
Huh, why? That was some interesting info. Yeah, why?
それはともかくその通りで、今時安水に悪さしてやろうなんてのは学校の子らか長者くらいのもんでしょう。
またそうやって長者を不当に中傷するのかね。彼らもそんなに暇ではないのだよ。
I mean, I don't doubt that. He maybe like 1, it could be true. 2, maybe it's just his perception and himself. Maybe the other village heads are doing things, but we don't know.
不当かな。 あの山祭りなんて安水に対するいじめ以外の何者でもないと思うけど。
ちなみに近持ちよ。
なんだろう。
お前じゃないよな、このいたずら。
What?
おお、あり得る。
It was?
しかし残念。いたずら犯として信用されてるのは嬉しいけど、これは僕じゃない。
So has he done things like that before? Like, or are they just saying because they think he's someone who messes around?
単純に無理だよね。あんだけ犬をいっぱい集めて殺すのって。
That's what he said about the slashing last time.
まあそうだよな。
まだ僕が野里だった時、誕生日にいっぱいモルモット買ってもらって池に沈めて遊んだことならある。
Okay, this is dark. A lot of things are starting to click about the crazy Chikamochi we saw. Like, what?
何それ。
That is also like criminal, right? Like animal, like what's it called? I remember looking this up, but like harming animals is also like against the law or something.
すいません。こういうや
And
つなん
don't
です。
try to
ボッチーは
excuse that unless he's just like joking, like he didn't actually do it, but like that's messed up.
もうやんないよ。
Oh, never mind. So he actually did do it.
殺すならネズミとかゴキブリにしてよ。
That's messed up.
ネズミを殺すぞ。
In more, Mori's actually hit a serial killer. Because isn't that one of the signs? I could tell that the weirdos here were making Mamiya-san uncomfortable, but Hashimoto-san wasn't fazed as always. As I had a feeling that the news info I was hearing here came to the fact that no one had died, so tension levels were low. That's good.
とにかくどうすんだよ、宴は。
よろしいかね。
He made the first move? Don't suggest me, okay? Or us. I recalled hearing Takumi-san was the one who moved first in the very first time. He revealed that he was a snake. Last time, one of the monkeys, Kanzo-san, suggested that I die. The flow of events had changed, so maybe he didn't have a guardian this time? Perhaps it wasn't a good idea to decide who had and didn't have guardians based on that alone. Just adding Hashimoto-san had changed the course of the discussion completely, yeah. This time, Shami was a girl that criticized Fujiyoshi and her city dweller mentality, basically bringing back around to show how she was in the first loop. Last time, besides the strong words on day one, she stayed passive and only hesitantly making moral objections. Yeah, she was making a lot of moral objections last time. Just kind of ironic, considering what she became at the end. By becoming a wolf, she greatly changed her approach to the feast. Yeah, okay, so she's more passive as a wolf. Now there is Kyonosuke-shi. I'd expected him to suggest we use a popular vote,
私
but...
は彼に勇気ある代表者になってもらうのが良いと思うのだがね。
Oh, what? He said that. While pointing at me? What?
それは僕に死ねってことですか。
そんな言い方はしたくないが、君はそういう目的でここに来たと聞いた。
Damn. He's literally telling us to be the
最初の
sacrifice.
一人というのは選びにくいものだよ。しかし、最初の一人がいてこそ、カラスの加護は名乗り出ることができる。
I didn't expect that idea to come from him. That's basically the same approach as Kanzo-san's. Hadn't he voted for me on the first day too? Crap.
失礼ですが、ご自分で何をおっしゃってるか理解されてますか？
The good thing about having both of them is that they both have like a logical approach, so they're not gonna approve this lynching thing.
そうですよ。理由もなく他人に死んでくれとかよく言えますね。
言い出しっぺの法則ってのがあるってこないだテレビでやってたぞ。
If he was by himself, his suggestion would have no effect. However,
わしも野里の青秒炭に賛成する。
he called him scrawny. His agreement was bad news for me. Yeah.
どういうこった、おやっさん。
人ならば安水のために死ねる。
Well, we're not part of Yasumizu, right? So...
わしもその気でおる。じゃがもうしばらくは宴の進め方を見てやらんといかん。
So, does this mean he has a guardian? Or what?
なんでてめえに見てもらわなきゃなんねんだよ。
Dot dot dot.
わしはこれまでに2度読み意味の宴を生き延びてきた。
Okay, he's spilling the facts? He was telling us now?
どうすればいいかわしにはわかる。必ずくくらねばならん。そして人をくくることを恐れれば人は負ける。
I mean,
植松の若えのに
is he trying to make us drunk so we'll say yes? That's messed up. Crap. Things are moving on just like last time. I played it off with some vague words back then, but would it work now?
ちょっと落ち着きましょう。こんな一方的な流れで誰かを殺すことを決めてしまうのは非常に危ない。肝臓さんが言うことは部分的にはわかりますが、万一肝臓さんが狼だった場合も同じことが言える。
Oh, devil's advocate.
正論は狼にだって使える武器です。正しそうだからって飛びつくわけ
Okay, okay, yes, Yasunaga, yes.
安永
Preach.
そもそも何が正しいというの？くくらなきゃならないのはどうして？
タイバーの話じゃ、僕らは宴の外で人を殺すことを禁じられてる。今ここに16人いて、13人が人。3宴をやれば、たとえデタラメに1人殺していっても、最終的に狼を殺しきれる可能性。宴をサボり続ければ、狼は一晩に1人確実に殺せるから。
Yeah, but we had no info though on the first day.
ただ、僕もわからない。この中に本当に狼がいたとして、
Yeah, what if we
本
just
当に人を
don't?
殺す気なのかどうか。
I know we're subject to corruption, but what if they're just like, not taunting us, but like intimidating us? What if we don't kill and we'll be fine? We'll see.
もし、ただ単に霧が出て、誰かが悪質。
狼は本当に来るぞ。
Whoa, not this guy. Everyone's surprised that he suddenly began to speak. I was pretty used to it by now, though.
陛下。
What?
言うてわ
Oh
か
my
るような
god,
もん
this is
じゃ
the first time he really speaks up, I feel like. Because last time he posed as the spider or something, but that was at the very end. Like in the beginning, he usually doesn't really talk, you know? So what is going on?
黄泉は山じゃ。ありゃ山から言われて汚れを振りまいとる。
Yomi's the mountain? What?
何を言うとるのよおじいさん。親鸞様は人の味方じゃ。
Wait, what? Is he saying this because he's been on the wolf side? Oh, that cough though. It's a great voice acting.
味方もクソもあるもんか。山はのまぐれで俺ら宴するしかねえの。
That laugh. Not much he said came as a surprise to me, but I sure didn't expect to hear it from him. Yeah, like, he's being a little more active this time. What's going on? I wasn't the only one. The weird way he presented it made most people here uneasy and maybe even scared.
ジジイも昔宴に出ておった。狼はくくる。
ちょっといいですか？
Everyone looked at me with sharp eyes.
かつての読み意味の宴ではどうやって一人くくる人を選んだのですか？
Dot.
一人一票で選んだ。
I guess as much. Apparently the popular vote was tradition at this point.
今回もそうすべきだと思いますか？皆さんはどう思われます？
My question caused some whispers among the people.
そんなもんで決めていいのかよ。
多数決で選ばれたら文句言わずに死ななきゃならないなんてひどいよ。
でも他に一人を選ぶ方法はない。
しっかり話し合って決めればいい。それで決まらねえ
Yeah,
なら
maybe we shouldn't
来るべ
hang
きじゃねえだろ。
anyone today. Just like last
しかし
time.
全員一致などあるのかね。当の本人は同意することなどなかろう。
はーい。じゃあここでみんなのために死んでもいいよって人、挙手。
I don't think anyone would. Jimmy had used this to gain everyone's trust. Rikako-san had used this to convey to me that Meiko had a guardian. Basically, it was just pure strategy. If they didn't need to take the risk this time, they simply wouldn't do it. That meant that it was likely that Meiko didn't have a guardian this time. What was I to do here? I thought for a moment that and concluded that if I raised my hand here, everyone would gladly hang me. No matter how kind-natured and reasonable they tried to appear, they actually didn't care much about me. Chemi and Rikako would value me more than the most, but no arguing that they did favor their own. Oh no, we had to choose. I don't want to make a choice here. I could totally imagine them prioritizing everyone else and cheerfully voting for me. Otherwise, if my fate had already been decided at that point, they would vote for someone else to send them a message to keep on their toes. It was definitely a dangerous situation for me. There was one way that might have been able to save me though. I could do what I'd done last time. By sounding like an asset, I could be an asset for them. I'd buy time for myself. And finally reveal that I had a guardian. I'd have to make sure the real and the said guardian was gone at that point though. That meant using the time I had to find and kill them. Could I really do that though?
誰もいないよ、匠に。
威勢のいいこと言っといて、てめえはどうなんだよ、たく。
俺はまだ死ねない。
Does she have a guardian then?
あ、待って。一応注意。加護を持っている人は注意した方がいい。
どういうこと？兄ちゃん。
He went on to give the starting warnings. Those of guardians should keep their status hidden. Like, it seemed like he had a status and he was going to, he had a guardian and he was about to reveal it. However, it was better to go against that warning when the snake or crow had found a wolf, or when a fake appeared, and the monkeys were an exception to that. That explanation with the monkeys were the same as last time. The thing about the snake or the crow finding a wolf, as well as the appearance of a fake, weren't mentioned back then.
加護者は狙われやすいから黙ってた方がいい。でも、喋ると圧倒的に有利な場合や、黙ると不利な場合は別。
Why don't they just have the monkeys? Why didn't Yasunaga suggest that the monkeys out themselves?
その基準としては、やはり偽物が現れた時と、狼を見つけた時というのが分かりやすいと思う。
偽物なんて出てくるのか？
きっと出てくる。
Yasunaga-kun went and briefly explained that the wolves had to actively lie to win. He also added that the humans should avoid lying as much as possible.
宴のことで嘘をつくのは狼だけ。そうした方が後々困らないと思うんだけど、肝臓さんどうですか？
今の説明で分かったもんはおるか？
This was the time. Kanzo-san and Yasunaga-kun spent a lot of the beginning of the feast last time fighting over the lead despite both being monkeys. With Haru-chan and Tai-san's death, the one in charge ended up being Takumi-san. If a calm and collected Takumi-san ended up assisting Yasunaga-kun like last time, the wolves would be at a huge disadvantage. Now, if Kanzo-san ends up in charge and controlled the feast with an iron fist, the order would collapse, perhaps to our advantage. However, that increased my chances of getting killed. Yeah, he has his like eyes on us and he really wants us to sacrifice ourselves. I had to find a balance. I nonchalantly yet unhesitantly raised an arm. A few others followed my lead. Chemi, Rikako, Kaori-san, Yoshitsugu-kun, Kyonosuke-shi, Takumi-san, Mamiya-san, Hashimoto-san, Mochi.
わしもそれでええ。
He backed down? Wait, what? Let me see. As in, like, we made a rule of saying that if you're lying, you're bad? Yasunaga-kun and everyone who raised their hand amounted to 12, a clear majority. His polite, calm explanation bore fruit. But was Kanzo-san the type to back down in a situation like this?
じゃが、くくるもんは一人一票で決める。
So he had conditions for his agreement.
別にいいじゃねえか。どうせずっとダラダラ話してても決まらねえ。逆に話し合いで筋が立ってんなら多数決にしたってその結果が出るだけだろうがよ。
まあそれも一理あるんだ。匠にどうする？
わかった。
冗談きっつい。
The parting of Yasunaga-kun and made Takumi-san agree to something he'd been completely disapproving of. Chemi had realized that she had to sub it, so she gave him up on arguing and only complained. Kanzo-san had a tendency to strum-arm people to get what he wanted, but he was good at it.
で、だいぶ話がそれてたけどよ。
Oh!
妻子をくくろうってのか？
Not us. Things were looking bad for me. Suddenly, I got help from where I least expected it, really?
今日はそのくくるでしたっけ？しなくてもいいんじゃないですか？
Yes, Hashimoto-san, yes! I'm so glad we saved you. Not because of this, but you know, this makes me happier.
そもそもすべきじゃないと思いますけど。
Yeah.
もし殺さなきゃ殺されると明らかになったら、
Oh, dang.
僕は殺す
He's a
よ。
realist. His tone was calm, but his words were terrifying.
妻と娘が3人
Alright, never
家で
mind.
待ってるからね。
He has a wife and children. He's right. He has responsibilities. Mamiya-san's eyes widened. She must have realized just how serious he was.
前におっしゃってましたもんね。仕事で死ぬつもりはないって。
Yeah, he has a family to feed. 3 kids,
皆さん
definitely.
の話をじっくり聞かせてもらったんですけどね。多分先手を打って処刑を行うと狼側に殺戮の理由を与えることになるんじゃないですかね。
That's true. Like if you lynch someone and the wolves might think that, oh, we don't kill, we're gonna be lynched. But what if we don't lynch anyone? Maybe the wolves won't kill? That was a general observation that no one argued against. Probably because he didn't have a good comeback. Yeah.
だいたいルールは飲み込めました。考えを言いたいですが、どうも間違えてたら君。
あ、はい。
じゃあこの手続きでは高確率で5人以上の死人が出ますね。
That's true, yes.
最短でも狼
This is like
3人と
the most like
夜の死人が
this
2
is
人。
literally the most ideal situation. Like we lynch a wolf today, and then the wolves kill one. They lynch a wolf on the second day. They kill one on the night after, and then they kill the third. That's like ideal AF, but you know.
そうですね。雲の加護によって守られる。
Oh yeah, I guess, yeah. I didn't think about that.
つまり今誰かを処刑しようがしまいが夜に誰か
そりゃそうだな。
しかし今日くくらねば狼は減ることなく宴は長引くのだがね。
それはおかしいですね。今日の処刑は明日カラスのカゴ車に名乗り出てもらうための処刑なんでしょ。狼は絶対出てこないと思われる。そりゃあ果たして有効なんですか？考えてみてください。明日こう言われる。私がカラスのカゴ車です。昨日処刑された不妻子さんは
Yeah, I mean, if we were a human, we lose one human, and then the crow becomes exposed target, you know.
よしんば、不妻子さんは狼でしたと来て、他に誰も名乗り出ないから信じてどうなる？まだ14人残っていて、狼も2人残っている。狼に的中する確率は、思うに早かろうが遅かろうが勝負がつくのは人数がある
This man thinks big picture. That's what I'm getting.
だから今日一人何の確証もなく処刑すると
Yeah,
いうの
I
は
guess his point is like people are gonna die sooner or later, so does it really matter? We just lynch someone now?
それはそうかもしれませんが。
Yeah.
それは詭弁だ。そうやってくくることがなければ人は絶対に勝てんのだぞ。
We're not saying we won't lynch tomorrow, right?
その通り ただ今日
I agree.
今日とりあえずで誰かを処刑すれば、狼側には逆に向こうが先に攻撃してくれば、繰り返しますが今日の夜確実に誰か一人が死ぬんです。
You're saying that even if we lynched someone and if that person was a wolf?
狼が本気ならね。
Yeah, he's saying that even if we lynch someone in that today and that person is a wolf, that's not gonna stop another villager from dying tonight. So we can't really protect anyone. That's what he's saying.
しかし今夜の被害者を狼の報復と捉え、
Yeah.
要は狼が本当に殺してからだ。まあこうやって牽制することで狼も躊躇して
それは
無理よ。
Of course Kanzo is the one who says no. Like,
狼
oh my god.
来るぞ。
なるほど。ただそうだとしても被害がないのにこの状況でほぼ間違いなく、
Yeah.
狼ではない誰かに犠牲になってもらって今晩の一人に団結のための犠牲になってもらう方がまだマシ
He's
だ
not
と
wrong.
思
He's
います
not
ね。
wrong. This man speaks philosophy. He had a point. As a general rule, it was disadvantage for the humans to waste opportunity to lynch. However, making a preemptive attack when you had limited information and the chance of getting a wolf was low and extremely risky. Thus, it was a good option to prioritize emotional superiority and unity. Yeah, not many people could argue against this. Hashimoto-san was just too good of a speaker. The opposite of Kyonosuke. Yup, I agree. I do like Hashimoto-san. He's a great character. His suggestion was beneficial for the wolves, but only for now. It would be far more difficult for us to kill someone tonight, yeah.
今聞いて僕も橋本さんのおっしゃることに実際まだお互いのことをよく知りもしない方が混じっている状況で
Kazuha would be like, no!
それは私も思いました。おそらくですが、この読み意味の宴で最後にものを言うのは情報ですよね。
どういうことかな、Q ちゃん。
誰が誰の味方をしたか、誰がいつおかしなことを言ったか、そう人が嘘をつけないルールにしたことで嘘を重ねていく狼はいつかボロを出す。そうやって狼を見つけてから対処するのがきっと正しいですし、きっと一人の手がかりから全ての狼を明らかにするとか、そういうことも考えられるんじゃないかと。
See, Mamiya-san thinks very well when she's not a wolf.
なるほど、推理ってわけだ。そこまでうまくいくかはわかりませんが、それ以降無駄な処刑を行わずに済むから、それに今夜何もわからないわけじゃない。
そうですね。誤って蛇を処刑しないためにも今日は見送るのがいいのか。
I don't want Kanzo-san popping out and saying no. He presented the likely disadvantages that could emerge and provided ways to turn them around. It was really effective. Most here didn't want to kill anyone yet, but had to balance out the pros and cons of doing so. They were told the negatives could be made up for. They had no reason to not cling to that. Crap, I felt silent. Silent people were considered to be passive accomplices to the wolves. I had to say something.
確かに有効に思えます。ちょっと露骨な話ですが、もう一つ利点がある。
何かな？
狼側は当然優先的にカゴ者を殺したいわけですよね。しかし今日処刑を行えば狼側がカゴ者を選ぶ選択肢を狭めることにもなります。特に本格的に容疑者に選ばれた人がカゴ者だったりすれば、その人は自分の正体を明かさざるを得なくなる。人は嘘をつかないし、狼は互いの正体を知ってるので、狼は確実にそれがカゴ者だとわかる。しかし現時点でカゴ者が名乗り出るメリットはゼロです。
ただ狼に殺されるだけ。
Yeah, so if we chose to lynch someone, that person had a guardian, they would just reveal themselves, but since they haven't done anything with the Guardians, they would just be open targets and it would be bad for the humans.
そう。
ふむ、確かだね。
もちろんカゴ車を引く可能性は低いですが、ただの人をくくってしまえばその分狼が殺す候補も減る。狼でない人は今13人。1人いなくなれば12人。
母数が減ればそれだけカゴ車が当たる率が高い。
やっぱり初日にくくることは弊害が大きそうに思いますね。
I actually thought that this way of handling the wolves was good for the humans. From what I could tell, Kari-san and Haru-chan would be found out sooner than later, yeah. I had my looping and was generally a scumbag, so I wasn't shaken by the situation as they were, but my situation wasn't exactly solid. I could fall into traps set by the humans too.
どう思う？匠に。
狼が絶対に殺すって前提で話が進んでるのが気に食わねえが、殺されないならこっちも殺さないってのはわかるな。おやっさんは？
狼は確かに殺す。
I mean, he said on that. Ain't nothing changing his mind.
そうかもしれねえがよ。
が、でけえのの言うこともわかる。
What?
今日くくるかくくらんかで票取れ。それで決まりゃそれで。
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
植松の記録せ。
はい。
あ、忘れてた。
あ？
君、猿は名乗り出ない理由がないって言ってたよね。
Oh, he's smart. He's like monkeys review yourselves now.
ええ。猿は相互証明できるから語られにくいし。
なるほど。というわけで、僕は猿です。
Where's dot?
ちなみに、もう一人の方は、ちょっと読みがわかりづらいのと、漢字が潰れててわかりづらかったけど。
What?
鴨志田近持は僕だ。僕は猿だ。僕は猿だ。
Wait, he's a monkey twice? What is going on? He always gets a guardian. He's like monkey first time, and then he was wolf, and he's monkey. What?
僕は何回言うのよ。
そっか。モッチーは猿だったんだ。
And that sigh of a relief. Pure relief. Yasunaga-kun was that his best friend was definitely not a wolf. Such behavior was a good way to guess whether someone was a wolf or not. Reactions were important.
橋本さんが親切ぶった狼じゃないってことが確かになったわけだが、改めて票取っていいか？
I think it's also good that he confirmed that he was a monkey because in case he was targeted tonight, they know that he was a monkey and nobody can like claim to be the monkey. I mean, nobody would claim to be the monkey either, but you know, like it's good to like let people know that he's what his roles were. It helps the humans with information anyways.
処刑を行うか？
違う。
Huh?
今日くくるか、死人が出るのを待ってくくるかい。
What? Okay.
死人が出たらどうあっても一日一人くくる。
ああ。
まあしょうがないんじゃない？一方的に殺され続けるなんて。
耐えばも映画。
そうね。
構わんのではないかね。
僕もいいです。
No more counter arguments, we began a vote. The results came quick. The only ones who would have hanged someone were the old wolf guy and Kanzoshi, which makes very much sense because they both been in multiple feasts and they're probably traumatized by it. Everyone else chose to wait until the wolves made a move, so we didn't hang anyone today. That's good. The dining hall was much more pleasant place than it was in the morning, and so far we haven't had to like really make any choices. It was just pretty like straightforward. Yasumizu was a place full of decent people who readily accepted the idea that they wouldn't have to kill anyone today. I don't know about decent people, but I guess today they were decently decent. Oh no, the same applied to the wolves, or so I thought, but they didn't look so good. Yeah, she's starting to get those eye bags. It's not good.
面白そうな学問だな。
ええ、君吉先生っていう方で。
君吉さん。一度ラサでたまたま出会った日本人が大学の先生で。
あ、その人ですよ。
専門がシナ・チベット語族なんで、たびたび向こうに行ってるみたいです。
なるほど。世界は狭いね。
橋本さんや先生にとっては、ですよ。
Another reason was Hashimoto-san. Once he stopped being silent, he turned out to be extremely sociable and understanding. The dining hall would fall silent every now and then, so he walked around and talked to people, boasting morale and seemingly naturally suited to the role. He wasn't exactly a jokester, but everyone who talked to him seemed to be having fun. He'd haven't gotten to a faint smile out of Haru-chan. ... I wasn't jealous or anything. ... I did wonder why Chiemi hadn't told me much about her specialty. Huh. And honestly, I had no right to be jealous. I already used my looping to get together with 2 women. Yeah. No, doing what I did back then seemed to be the best thing to do in those situations and ... Putting Haru-chan aside for the moment, both Chiemi and Mikako-san were really charming. Chiemi was a bit unhinged at her core, but Mitsuji wasn't all that different. Mikako-san was fun, and her two-faced nature was kind of attractive to me. But, well, I really wasn't in a position to think about what came after the mist cleared. Oh, what did she have to say?
すみません。ちょっとこっちが立て込んでて。
Oh, he's really trying to avoid those interactions.
すみません。
Oh, poor Mikako. I was making dinner with Kaori-san. I invited her to do it so we would be well fed and ready for tomorrow. Of course, this was to distract her from reality. Yeah, she wasn't looking so good in that spray. Yeah, we know how unpleasant she can become. I didn't want her unpleasant nature to take over and make her throw in aconite into the food, so I took it upon myself to cut the veggies. As I worked, I watched what was going on at the dining hall. I could see most of their faces from the counter. Last time, the first day was relatively peaceful, but this day was even more relaxed. Dai-san's incessant prayers and Kanzo-san's continued state of high alert made it a bit uncomfortable, but that was it. One reason for the good atmosphere here was that no one here had died yet, so it was possible that it was just some sort of sick joke. Another reason was the presence of the one who died in all previous times, Hashimoto-san. He was a master at helping everyone lighten up. I could even include Mamiya-san for a reason. Hashimoto-san was alive and she wasn't a wolf this time, so she wasn't hysterical like in the previous loop. Though she was writing something with a troubled frown on her face.
Kyu-chan wa shuzai no matome kai?
記事にするかはわからないから、今のところはノーで。ただ、興味深いことは興味深いですね。
Wow, very professional still in this situation.
オカルト？
ええ。あまり日本的じゃないなと思いまして、ここの話。
Oh, she's gonna go on that story again.
お？それはちょっと興味あるな。
これ続けても大丈夫です？
どうかな？私は普通に興味ありますけど。
Oh yeah, we had this last time.
俺は別に興味ね
え。でも、まあ暇だし。
りっちゃんは？一応こういうの担当でしょ？
いえ。真珠は身車家の役です。でも、そうですね。
Things were going just like they had last time.
少し興味があります。
Horikaku-san, I keep cutting her off. Everyone was interested in what she had to say. She revealed her knowledge about the god-slaying and servant worship. Susano Birin Orochi, Aesop's fable, Yomotsu Okami aka Izanami. Then Tai-san became upset just like last time, yeah. The only difference is that I wasn't involved in the conversation. We didn't bring up the badger, huh?
OK です。ここまでにしましょう。ただ、ちょっと気になることが一つありまして。ここで歌われているわらべ歌みたいな歌について教えていただきたいんです。
Oh, she herself mentioned it, huh? Led to just about the same words as last time. Mamiya-san pointed out the lyrics had a lot to do with the feast. She began questioning the parts she didn't understand, such as the badger and Kyonosuke. She, among the others, answered her.
興味深い話だけど。ムジナだけ今に残っていないのは。
Yeah. No wonder we're gonna find out who the badger is tonight, so I wonder who it is. Or the badger would know themselves at least. The thing I pointed out last time was now pointed out by Hashimoto-san. He and Mamiya-san now continued examining the relationship between prayer to Shinai and the feast. Tai-san mentioned that the badger was a servant to Okami-sama and that there was a statue in the Shinai shrine. She also talked about the late Gensan's words, the badger's waiting for the Okami-san to return. Yeah, when are we going to learn about this Gensan? Like, he's definitely been a previous feast before.
なんだかいる気がするな。ムジナはこの中に。
He raised the same suspicions that I had.
牧島さんが前の宴に参加してたってことなら、その源さんという方も、その時にムジナが出てきたから、遠回しな言い方で警告を残したのかもしれない。
なんですそれ、橋本さん。推測ですよね。
そうだね。少し決め手にかけるかな。
Now, it was time for something new.
狼、よもつ狼、狼。橋本さん、私、すごいことに気づいたかもしれません。
何かな？
今更なんですが、神内明神の神内という名の由来って、どなたかご存知ですか？
She'd been curious about this in Kamiya Fujiyoshi too. What of it though?
神内さんは、公式には猿なし山という名らしいからね。猿が猿に。
Oh no, this is the Japanese part where I don't understand.
違いますよ、野里様。神内様は昔から。
逆か。
つまりもともと神内だった。山脇さん、その語源については？
知りませんね。
多分、これは漢字トリックです。
Mamiya-san ripped out a page from her notepad and put it on the table.
神内。内の漢字は大と示すでなっています。
She put down the relevant kanji. Okay, the kanji symbols.
これを組み替えると
She wrote down the kanji for big, and then sho to the right of it, and then shin to the right. The result was this.
神の武士は示す編。実際に旧字は神だし、つまりこれは狼。
Oh, okay.
神内様イコール狼様ということじゃないでしょうか。
Oh, so they're the same person? Because if you rearrange the spelling, right? Or like the words. That's so funny. What?
バカなことを。
Tai-san shouted hysterically. You could hear in her voice that she was shaken up. Of course she would be. According to Yasumizu's legends, the humans and servants killed the wolves, the Okami-sama. However, it reinforced my theory. What was his theory? I had lots of clues that led to me think that Okami and Great Lord Shinai were one and the same. Yeah. His use of the corruption was one thing. Another thing was the fact that he was neutral in the battle between the humans and the wolves, or Yomibito and the wolves. Yeah, another thing was the local outlook on life and death. If people went to Yomi upon death, they would go there regardless if they were hanged or killed by wolves. That was why they said, "Rise not." It meant go to Yomi and don't return. However, in the Shinai's faith, the mountain was a place where corpses were buried, so it wasn't strange for it to be considered the same as the world of the dead.
ともかく、イザナミは多くの神を生む過程で落命し、吸ったもんだの果てに根の国を支配する神となった。
根の国？
黄泉の別名よ。根の片す国とも言う。海の向こうにあるとも言うし、根の国に黄泉という場所があるとも言うけど。
Maybe I was reading into this too deeply, but Nanokuni, Country of Roots, gave me an image of the underground of a tree-covered mountain.
待て待て、そりゃこじつけじゃねえのか。第一、狼を隠す必要なんてどこにある。
それこそ大神神社と差別化を図ったのかもしれないし、神道に組み込むために難解にひねったのかもしれない。あるいは信仰を隠す必要があったとか。
信仰を隠すですか？
例えば、狼様を大っぴらに信仰できないような状況があって、その信仰を隠す必要があるとき、別の信仰の形をとって信仰を守る。例えば、江戸期のキリシタン禁止下におけるマリア観音とかね。それに、神様の一の使いが神様本人と混同されるもまたよくあるわ。衝突を恐れずに言うと、伝説や神話はよそからの拝借だけじゃなく、政治的な要因も強く影響して変遷。古代、神話と政治は強固に結びついていたからこそ、政治のあり方が変わるときは、神話も形を変えなきゃならなかった。
I mean, that's interesting. I never thought about it like that.
集落の合体によって、それぞれが奉じていた神様が結婚したり、戦争で併合された側の神様が古文や魔物に変えられたり、あるいは、かつて別々だった神様を同じ存在だってことにしたりね。強力な神や悪魔ほど、異象や変化、化身がたくさんあるのはそのため。忘れられた信仰がいくつもそこに融合されているの。今日残っているのは、そういった事情でねじ曲がって伝えられてきた伝承や神話。だから、もちろん真実はわからないけど、これで信頼モーデの歌を読み解くと、だいぶ意味が変わってきそう。何しろ、歌には狼とお守りの対立関係が書かれてない。
That was true, huh?
例えば、狼イコール信内さんは、未だに4つ、いや、5つのお守りと友好的かつ、怪しい読み人と人間に吹き込み、加護を与えることで相争わせている、とかかしら。
Huh. She went that far with this audience?
すみません。
Your face!
そこまでおっしゃられると。
So was it like actually a way that people in the past like were encouraged to fight amongst themselves for power or something?
そうよ。よう知りもせんと。
Yeah. Naturally, Yurikako-san and Tai-san had something to say about that.
ああ、これはすみません。僕らとしては、伝説や神話に信憑性があると思ってるから、でなきゃ、そもそもこんなことに参加してもいないし、外に出るだの。
私がその役してますね。
Is she calling the police?
芹沢さんは半信半疑ってところかな。実のところ今ここに完全に疑ってる人はいないと思いますよ。ただ、ムジナは伝説から抜け落ちかけていた。伝説も宴のルールも。一番怖いのは、伝承に詳しい山脇さんや上松さんが、ご失念されていることが他にないかということですね。
そんなものないとは、確かに断じがたいですが。
上松様、じゃが。
まあ、ただ話はそんなに難しくはないと思うんですよ。織部安永くん。
あ、はい。
僕らはさっき、人は嘘をつかないという方針を打ち出したけども、もし、人であるにもかかわらず、その人はきっと、狼様のために嘘をつくか、あるいは暴れたりとかすると思うんだが。
そうですね。ムジナがどうとかがなくても、そのケースは危惧するべき。でも、
嘘つきや暴れた奴は、たとえ人でも狼の味方。だから問答無用でくくればいい。そういうこったろ。
Yoshitsugu-kun, who'd been sitting in the corner in the room staring at the wall in boredom, suddenly spoke up. He wasn't wrong in the least, which probably intended by Hashimoto-san.
どうやら本格的に、後ろめたいことはしない方が良さそうで。
それは。
言われんでも、あたしたちは、これまで誠実に生きてきましたわいね。信内様はいつも見ておられる。
いいですね、素朴で。人間性にまっすぐ訴えるような信仰だ。
With that, I finally understood something. Yudai Hashimoto was the same type of person as me. He controlled people through speech and manipulated their emotions through words to put himself in an advantageous position. The difference between us was that his conscience, presence, and persuasiveness were far above mine. And he was a human, an enemy to us wolves. Haru-chan was in a seat near Yasunaga-kun and Mochi's, not saying a word. Pretending to pick up something from the counter, I crouched down and looked at Kaori-san. With her back to everyone, she cut veggies, and though her expression wasn't as bad as before, it was still full of anguish and unease. Time passed as everyone chatted, ate a large dinner than ever before, chatted up a bit, then split up. Okay, yeah, it's starting to turn red. Only notable thing was at the moment when Mamiya-san tried to ask Kanzo-san about the previous feast, Hashimoto-san stopped her though. Oh, she looked mad. I noticed Haru-chan making a face, and part of me was relieved by that. Previous feast took her parents, and it was the time she went into the mist and lived to tell the tale. It'd have been bad if she'd gone crazy again, and Hashimoto-san seemed to have noticed that possibility, so he'd stopped Mamiya-san to prevent it. Was it really good to help him survive? A part of me actually believed that. Sure, without him, I'd been a human and survived the feast, but it didn't solve anything. Becoming a wolf and making an enemy out of him was just an unfortunate side effect that came with letting him live, so I just had to accept that. After dinner, right when everyone was preparing to split up, Hashimoto-san whispered something to Takumi-san. Takumi-san's expression suddenly turned serious.
Minna, chotto ii ka?
Oh god. Oh god. What? Disable Guardian? But they can't talk about outside the feast, right? Apparently, Hashimoto-san had told him to say something, and Takumi-san did exactly that.
今日、俺たちは誰もくくらなかった。
Oh.
だから、この中に狼がいるとしても、
Oh, I see what he's trying to
今夜誰
do.
も殺さないことを俺は期待したい。そうすれば明日もくくらないで済む。
Okay, got
あ
it.
りえん。
ああ、そうかもしれねえ。
But I want to believe.
そうなったら、この中の誰かには明日の朝、もう会えねえことになる。これで、お別れになる。
Oh, ...
そのことは肝に銘じて、悔いのないよう、言いたいことは言っておけよ。
Takumi, speak for yourself. You gotta tell Kaori Ariba what she thinks, so maybe she won't kill anyone today. The bright mood suddenly changed. The mood turned heavy as everyone exchanged handshakes and gave their thanks to each other. Chami, Haru, and even Yoshitsugu-kun became teary-eyed as Kaori-san said these words to her sons. If I'm gone tomorrow, live strong, you two. She was a wolf, but her words were so honest that they both listened without a word. The village heads seemed lonely, giving Tai-san and Takumi-san feel for doubt, while Mochi talked to the old wolf guy. It was a moment when their relationships became very clear.
おじいちゃん。
Aww. One particularly impactful moment was when Haru-chan approached her lonely-looking grandfather. Her eyes were still red from the goodbyes to Yasunaga-kun and Mochi.
おじいちゃん、もし私が明日起きてこなかったら。
そんなことは起きん。
For a moment, it looked like he knew what she was, but then...
嘘。狼は必ず殺すって言ってたじゃん。おじいちゃんは、春にだけ嘘をつく。
Oh.
優しくしてるつもり？
Hanzo-san didn't know how to respond. A rarity for him.
そういうのいいから、聞いて。私が死んだら、私が死んでも、
Aww, it's gonna make me
飲みすぎない
cry.
ようにしてね。
Even though she knows she's not gonna die.
ある。
Oh, that's sad. Hanzo-san slowly extended his hand to her, but it was too late. Haru-chan already turned around. It's gonna make me cry. A grandfather and granddaughter, both of awkward beyond belief. I don't know why this is making me tear up. After watching Exchange, I was actually relieved that Haru-chan didn't say anything she shouldn't have, which made me question my own humanity again. Yasunaga-kun must have been a similar state of mind at the first time. Feeling sympathy for the first wolf I encountered, I gave Chami, who had approached to give her goodbyes to me, and some half-hearted nice words. I'd done the same for Rikako-san, who finished the exchange with a silent but resolute farewell.
昼間のことは許してあげるから。
Aw.
もし明日会えなくても、わだかまりはなし、かい？
That was that with Haru-chan. The disgrace on my name was cleared, and she now neither disliked nor liked me.
時間取らせてすまねえな。それじゃあみんな、おやすみ。
Oh wow, it's already nighttime. Takumi-san nonchalantly concluded the event. Everyone silently began leaving the dining hall.
うさいしさんも戻ってください。
We were done with the after-dinner cleanup, so I had no reason to stay behind. I didn't sense anyone in the mist, but that was because I just couldn't, not because there was no one there. Everyone's probably using this as a chance to have the secret talks they couldn't, or just silently listening for those. That's probably a good idea to thank him. I heard some voices near the stairs to the dorm. Mamiya-san was talking to Hashimoto-san right where she died last time.
どのくらい本気です？
少なくとも僕ら以外は皆本気だと思う。
Oh, it's so nice to listening on them.
ジャーナリストならみんな知ってる。この世で一番怖いのは人間だよ。
Not wrong?
オカルト絡みでも本当に人が死んだ証拠があるのは人が殺した場合だけですからね。
すみません。
I considered eavesdropping, but it had been bad if they noticed, so I called out.
ふさしくびっくりした。
すみません。橋本さん、昼の時はありがとうございます。
何かやったかな。
あのままだと、なし崩し的に僕が殺されていたかもしれませんから。
ああ、ははは。まあ、
Oh.
君が殺されたら、次は僕らってことになりそう
I
だ。
mean, he's not exactly wrong.
確かに。でも本当、助かりました。
いやいや、君には霧が出るところを
That's true. He helped them
ちょうど
survive.
助けてもらったの。
わかりました。しかし、本当に夜出歩いたらまずいのでしょうか？
さっき私が言ったわ。
やめておいた方がいいね。こんなノームは僕も経験したことがない。それに村の皆さんがそれを絶対的な禁忌と感じている以上、
Yeah, I mean, someone could be listening in this convo right now and they think we all
彼らの方が
sus.
危険かもしれない。
Dot dot dot.
彼らが襲ってくると？
いやいやただ信じる心というのは幻を見せることも多々あ
This
る。
might be what's happening at the village, I
信
feel
じる
like.
人に囲まれればそんな中では努めて別のことを考えて気を紛らわせるのが最上っていうのが僕の経験。
Those were
橋本さん
some
は
meaningful words.
伝説云々を信じてはいないんですね。
信じる信じないは考えていないよ。それは身の安全が。
どうでしょうね。記事にできそうな気はしないですけど。
僕はただ穏やかにここ
Oh,
から
don't we
離
all?
れられれば。
The last time we left this place, we came back, it was no
な
bueno.
るほど。そうなるといいですね。
That was the end. I bid them a good night and went my own way. I hadn't met anyone else on my way back to the prefab, okay? So were we about to spend nighttime? Like, what's gonna happen now that we're a wolf? Yoshitsugu-kun didn't invite me to go out at night, and neither Chami nor Rikako-san visited to have a talk. They were probably satisfied with the goodbyes in the dining hall. Everyone used to this struggle at this time because they hadn't felt like they'd done everything they had to. This time was different though. Everyone was calmly waiting for the wolves to strike, fully ready for it. The humans were in perfect mental state, and there was nothing for them to worry about. And it was all because of Hashimoto-san. Then there was exchange just now.
Ah.
I mean, that...
君が殺され
that's
た
a little cold,
次
but...
は僕らってことになりそうだ
Yeah.
ね。
To me, that sounded like I didn't do it for your sake, but still.
いやいや、君には霧が出るところをちょうど助けてもらった恩もあるし、
That was like,
なんならこれで、
And that was
チャラ
like-
にしようじゃないか。
and that was like, you sure helped us at a strange time, huh? He seemed reasonably suspicious of me. Oh no, this is my choice to kill Kashimoto-kun or something? Was I just overthinking it? No, he's definitely sus of us. He's smart, okay? And that would be overly optimistic. It was clear to me that he made it past the first day better than anyone else so far, even myself. If he was that talented, he must have already analyzed the situation and noticed that something was strange. They happened to have their tires burst, then to be given rooms and gotten caught up in the feast. It's clearly orchestrated, and I was the only one who stood out as a suspect. I'd been chosen by a village head, joined them in their van, and actively gave them a space to sleep. This situation was made worse by the fact that they were right and that I was a wolf. Since I couldn't mention the looping, I couldn't really say that I was their savior. Not only that, but he was a monkey. He secured a good role in relationship with others, and had a surprisingly keen eye to mind. I know we had literally all the worst people as enemies, and not exactly the best allies, but we'll see, okay? He'd have been an extremely reliable ally. I'd really appreciate it when he presented the idea that we shouldn't hang anyone today. After all, at that moment, just like Kanzo-san, I thought that not hanging everyone was foolish. Thus, I thought that he was foolish too. But now, because of his idea, everyone became somewhat ready to accept someone's death. And to unify to defeat the wolves was responsible. He'd also succeeded in preventing the lynching way smoother than I. I could only create a stalemate while he actually talked to people into voting against voting for a hanging. Yeah. Kanzo-san didn't want to look like he broke, so he hadn't changed his opinion, but he was still pretty accepting of the idea of not hanging anyone. Hashimoto-san did it with great finesse, and it was something I couldn't do. He would eventually find out if that was a good thing or not, or rather, they decide based on what the wolves did today. However, I already felt like I was falling behind him. It's not the time to compare yourself and like have an ego thing right now, okay? Would I really have to defeat him? There was also Mamiya-san. She was way more stable and smart than last time. The way she pointed out the Shinai was probably Okami or Great God showed that she would be extremely useful in finding out the truth. I think, yeah, because our this time, like, it's not to survive, right? Like, our goal is to find out the truth. So, while we survive, so. She'd also noticed and mentioned the badger about my help. She'd probably noticed it last time too, but hadn't mentioned it because she was a wolf. Oh yeah. This time with Hashimoto-san's suggestion, they decided that they would hang all liars regarding if they were wolves or the badger. That was a smart move. It kept the humans from lying just for the sake of it and countered the badger whether it existed or not. And they were a pretty balanced pair. Mamiya-san was blunt and straightforward, while Hashimoto-san gently reproved her and provided only the best solutions. They were a much better team than I expected. I mean, they've been like work partners for a while, right? And the fact that they were enemies were pretty bad for us. As a wolf, I had to consider the other humans too, especially the Oribe brothers. After all, their mother, the demon who tried to kill everyone and swallowed her last words for their sake, was a wolf this time. If I didn't go about this the right way, I would be the one to die. Haru-chan probably didn't want to kill Yasunaga-kun or Mochi either. Kanzo-san was her family too, but I still wasn't sure about their relationship. Still, I didn't think she'd want to kill him. And finally, could I really kill Chami or Rikako-san? Why don't we just go for the old man? Though it was all made void by the looping, they liked me and I liked them. Could I really whisper their sweet nothings to them during the day, only to kill them at night? That's messed up, yeah. I didn't want to do that. Why don't we just not kill anyone? But I don't think it's that easy. That was my last thought. That thought was my last before my conscience faded. Oh no. Huh? I jumped up, throwing the blanket to the side. Why was I asleep? Didn't I have something to do as a wolf? I could feel myself turn pale as I realized I just made a huge mistake. Oh my god, I'm scared, but the next moment I noticed something that terrified me in a whole different way. There was something next to my legs. Unable to understand what was what, I let fear take control and pathetically backed away. Nothing was happening. What? I reached into my bag, took out a flashlight, got from the convenience store, and turned it on. What the hell was all this? It looked like parts of a costume. Particularly the kind used in action hero shows. No, that didn't seem right either. It was like some traditional ritual clothing. Braziers, tabi, straw zori, a faded kimono, and a hakama. All of it smelled awful, like half-dried laundry being boiled. There was something that stood out more than the rest. It was a kimono underskirt with some blurry sutra-like text on it. There was another piece of cloth with similar text on it, and it was connected to something weird. Oh, was this a mask? Oh, is this to protect their identity? So were people dressed up in that? So maybe they could have been humans. Right. That thing had told us to wear this. We were supposed to put this on and cleanse ourselves? The bad smell made me really apprehensive. Didn't they have the order wrong? Didn't cleansing come before putting on some sacred clothing? That reminded me that I hadn't cleansed myself before sleeping. It wasn't that bad. Remembering the situation, I checked the time again. The phone I had charged with a battery showed that it was 10 o'clock. Lord Chennai had momentarily put me to sleep to bring this here. What if I hadn't woken up? Man, they were treading a fine line here. That aside, I was basically told to put this on and go outside. I gathered my resolve. Huh. ... Was this good enough? Dang. So I guess. But how would people? Okay, this is kind of creepy. But how would people like, know who we are? If we're like. Though the lighting here was poor, there were fewer pieces than I thought, so I could put it on without much trouble. It was unexpectedly well designed, and from what I could tell, it was hand sewn. So I think that's hinting that humans did it, right? Did the wolves even have those? Seemed to be made of rice straw. Didn't seem cheap at all. So is this like maybe really is like Kamifuji plan or something? Because they're rich enough to make these, right? And I couldn't be sure. It seemed to be designed to look divinely imposing. The mask seemed to be a wooden carving with insane amounts of detailed work put into it. A true masterpiece. By the time I put it on, I didn't care much about the smell. It wasn't too hard to move in it or anything. Inscribed cloth on the bottom was connected to the belt. I put it on like it was a traditional grass skirt, and it wasn't a big hindrance for running or anything else. The cloth connected to the mask hid the face like some kind of stagehand's clothing, and I could only see ahead through the gaps between them. The wolf-like mask itself was simply resting on my forehead. As I put it on, I found a bucket and a ladle among the items. It was full of water, and I knew I had to cleanse myself with this. I was a bit apprehensive about this, but I took out some water and poured it on my head. It jumped off the rice straws, making my shoulders wet and spreading across the area. Was I doing it right? I was still worried, but just putting it on was meaningless, so I put my hand on the door and sensed something bad outside. Oh god. It wasn't anything vague like bloodlust or evil mojo. It was sounds I could actually hear. I heard grass being parted. I heard the sounds of something walking through the sand. Shallow breathing, low growls, distant roars of malice. Reminding me of the time I was locked in the outhouse and I sensed something bestial outside. This was exactly the same as last time. There was something outside. Lots of them, in fact. Last time, I only survived because I held the door shut when something was about to open it. And I had to go outside this time? I'd be okay just because I was wearing this? No way. It seemed like a sick joke. Oh, but I really wanted to see it. What could it be? What a familiar sensation. Just then, the doorknob clattered.
Fusashi-san? 起きてるの?
That's Haru, huh? I still heard beasts outside, but the voice clearly belonged to a girl. Haru Makishima.
Haru-chan?
Oh, I like how they added that.
気安く呼ばないでくださいよ。
安全なの?
ちゃんと路面つけて、みそぎしてれば。
Was she telling the truth? Was it really her outside? Even if it's some sort of illusion, if I didn't open, my presence in this flow of events would be pointless. I fired myself up and unlocked the door. Okay. The moment I opened the door, I saw a short wolf that scared me like hell. Yeah, imagine being a regular person and seeing these. That's so scary.
うるさいな。
はるちゃんで間違いない?
そうですよ。ほら。
She moved the cloth covering her face, and sure enough, it was Haru-chan. She was in a clad wolf outfit and had the bucket and ladle in her hands.
あなたもそれ持たなきゃ。
これ持ち運ぶの?
常に巻かないと。
How does she know this so well? She took some from her bucket and spread it behind her. That action was followed by squealing sounds. I felt something squirm and run off.
何がいるの？
汚れの運び手。
Huh? She spread some more water. This time on me.
冷た。何すんの？
She repeated a couple of times, great intensity to boot.
何って全然みそぎしてないじゃないですか。
そんなに全身びしょびしょにならないとまずいの？
As if she felt that explaining it was pointless, she touched the cloth near her waist, sure enough it was completely wet.
一つ聞いていいか
Oh
な？
wow, we're so much bigger.
何？
それが正しいやり方だとして、なぜそれを知ってる？
なぜかな？わかる。
Was she part of like a feast before?
何か隠してない？
隠してないですよ。
同じ狼なら隠し事は？
何が不安なの？
Oh, she's mad. Those words shut me up.
まあ、気持ちはわかるけど、私はもう落ち着いたから。
わかった。
I wasn't satisfied, but I backed down anyway.
ところでデスマス言葉、慣れてないなら普通でいいよ。
慣れ慣れしくしないでください。行きましょう。香織さん、待ってるし。
Yeah, the chasm between us was wide. Yeah, we gotta get closer to her so she could tell us, spill the beans, the secrets. Or maybe Chiemi and Ikako were just too easy. Oh, what is he trying? That's kind of mean to say. Apparently, Haru-chan had walked through the mist without any light. I took out my small flashlight.
かっこいい。
She's like, I've never seen this before, and was met with a weird reaction.
あげるよ。一応、二つあるし。
I prepared them in case I ended up running away with someone at night. I'm sure I hadn't expected to be a wolf, though.
嘘。いいの？
うん。暗いと危ない。ちなみにどうやって来たの？
安水の道なんて覚えてるし。
It made sense. It was dangerous regardless, so I just gave her one and showed her how to use it.
ただ、みんなにバレないようにね。夜出歩いてるなんて
Yeah, if they see her, they'll be like, why do you have a flashlight and how did you get it? Because they're gonna know it's definitely not from there. So it'll be bad for us too.
そうですね。わかった。
She spread some water again, then put the ladle back and took the flashlight.
代わりに、時々撒いてください。
I just feel like she's seen it before. She led me through the dark path. I could barely see anything, but I did sense something bestial in the darkness. It was clearly hostile towards us, and several of them surrounding us from a distance. So I think those might be like if it's all orchestrated by humans and not like actual like unknown spiritual things. That might be the humans watching them. I don't know. However, they didn't seem to come any closer. They also backed away if I spread some water. The flashlight could barely make it through the mist, so it didn't help see anything in the distance. That was pretty useless to be honest, but Haru-chan seemed to like it. She also swung it around like a sword, or rather, a lightsaber. What were these bringers of corruption anyway? Actual Japanese wolves perhaps? Every now and then I saw lights up in the mist. What? I saw eyes light up in the mist. Besides that, I also heard growls and the sound of something stepping in the sand. Dogs, right? That'd be it. Yasumizu was completely full of dogs right now, ... The expression made it seem adorable. Yeah. But, seriously? No way. My assumption was right. This situation was way scarier than some supernatural phenomenon. I continued spreading water. Too much of it. All the way there.
房石さん。
A wolf in the same stature as Kaori-san stood up from the chair in the dining hall. It was very surreal.
香織さん。
I like how we're all wearing the same thing in the same pose.
ちょっと心配したわ。もう着替えてて出るところだったみたい。差し支えなかった？
ええ、なんとか。香織さんも段取りはご承知
Yeah,
だ
how
った
did
の
they
です
know
か？
how this works?
どうしてか分かっていたわ。
So weird. They're both just like that one.
不思議だけど、あの時。新内様にそう伺ってから。
あれ、3人いましたよね。
それはよくわからない。昼、記者の人が言ってたでしょ。新内様は、私らは狼様から直接加護を授かったってこと。
それで君らは納得するんだ。
だって、見たじゃないですか。
Right. That strange experience did actually seems supernatural. People tended to accept anything they could see. ...
では行きましょうか。
どこにです？
Yeah, where?
殺しに。
Oh, she was straightforward. Wait, what?
香織さん、誰殺すか決めないと。
Why don't we just say no to all that?
そうだったわ。つい気が
Okay,
入っちゃって。
why are these people so cray-cray?
今日の宴の感じ見たら、やっぱおじいちゃんじゃないかな。
Oh my god. Sorry, but like, what? I did not expect her to choose her uncle.
匠さんも危ないと思うわ。
These people are crazy. They're literally choosing the close one.
待ってください。二人とも本気ですか？
何が？
肉親を殺すんだぞ。あんた、息子のことが惜しくないのか？
She twitched and tilted in a natural way. Wait, what happened? Okay.
知ってるわ。知ってますとも。惜しくないわけがないでしょ。でも仕方ないじゃない。信頼
Why are
さん
they
の言う
so
通りにしなき
bent?
ゃ。
Why are they so
香織
bent?
さん。
Why are they burnt?
君もだ、はるちゃん。安永くんやモッチーのこ
I
と
don't
を殺
want
していいの
both.
か？
I know how crazy they both can get and don't want to see them
それは、
go crazy.
やだ。じゃあどうすればいいのよ。3人で逃げ出すとでも？
That really wasn't the way to go. We get lost or killed by monsters, and the mist would just send me back to square one. All I could do here was pick one or the other. Are you kidding me? Not massacre. That's messed up. I think both of these options are going to be bad ends, and we have to... I can't believe they put a massacre as one of them. What a sick joke, guys. Like, what? Crazy. This is obviously too good to be true, but I think we have to, like, maybe pick, like, maybe one of them is 17, one of them is 18, and then we find that, like, and yeah. Well, I guess we had to go through both of them. I'm gonna pick this one first, but I feel like I want to, like, get to this next time because I feel like it's gonna be a long thing, and I do have something to do later. That's why I'm gonna make this video a little shorter than usual. I know I'm literally leaving on a suspenseful note, but I also want some time to, like, I don't know, probably there isn't much to think about it. I'm probably just gonna pick this one, but I want to, like, watch everything happen at once, so I'm gonna save all of this big chunk for next time. Yeah, so anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will catch y'all in the next episode. Bye!